Hey everyone, thank you for stopping back by. Happy Fibro Friday. You know it must be Fibro Friday. I have on not a lick of makeup, and that is because I got through my entire day, including my skincare routine, without even pulling out my camera. So here I am filming this video the night before it goes up. I like to do a one shot situation anyway, so it's fine. But I wanted to get this out before the end of the year. I hope you all have been doing well. I hope that you've been taking care of yourself as we come to the end of the holiday season. And I hope you've been investing heavily into your self care because this time of year we all absolutely need it. You know the schedule if you've been here. If you've not been here, just know every Friday that a video goes up, it's a fibro video, and the other days it could be whatever. So, anyway, consider subscribing if you're interested in that. Today, I wanted to do this video, like I said, before the end of the year because it's really important for people who either haven't been diagnosed with fibromyalgia, perhaps they are on medication, but they want to feel better because the medication may not be working best for them right now, or perhaps they're considering a switch in medications. This is a really important topic. Before you do any kind of prescription medication routine, I advise, and I am not a medical doctor, I'm not any kind of medical professional that is licensed to offer this information. This is purely anecdotal and just an observation. All the disclaimers are in the description box. I advise that you get really good at handling all of your nutritional needs off top. Now, that looks different for everybody. So this is not me saying, well, you need to take this, 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 and this. It's me saying, hey, before you do anything related to a prescription medication, get your nutrition all the way together. There are many reasons why that's the case. The most common reason that's recommended by doctors, especially doctors who somewhat doubt fibromyalgia's existence, is they believe you're having symptoms because something's deficient. If you feel the deficiency, your symptoms will go away. And theoretically, that's possible, but I'm going to give you all way more credit than that. I don't think that one nutritional deficiency is causing the symptoms that make you think you have fibromyalgia. I don't think that's attributable to just one or two minerals or vitamins that might be deficient. I think that even after you feel those deficiencies, you'll probably still have symptoms because it's so much more than just lacking one particular component. So, there are, however, many reasons why you should address your nutrition other than just basic health stuff. There are specific reasons if you have fibro or any chronic illness or autoimmune condition. If you have those things, addressing these deficiencies can make a huge difference. And the first reason is because deficiencies amplify symptoms. While addressing those nutritional deficiencies may not completely take away a symptom, if you're lacking in anything, you'll probably feel better when you feel that need. So if you're low on magnesium, you start taking magnesium, you'll probably notice that you're not as achy, and that's because magnesium works really well for muscle pain. So consider the fact that getting those deficiencies met will help to minimize some of the symptoms that you have because deficiencies amplify the symptoms. That's one reason. Another reason that you might want to address the nutritional stuff first is that it gives you better baseline data for when your doctor recommends certain prescriptions, especially if you have a really good doctor. Many doctors will just give you something very quickly, like, oh, yeah, you have fibromyalgia, here's some gabapentin. But if you are on paper healthy, everything is in great order, there might be a different medication that is more appropriate to you. And it might save you time just by being in better health overall, especially if you have a doctor who is very particular about those kind of things. So that's something to consider as well. I'm looking at my list. It provides the best environment for the medication to work. It's just like anything else. If you are working with the best materials, you tend to get the best results. Not always, but many times. And you give your medication the best chance to work well in your body when you have all of your other nutritional needs met. So consider that. It can also make it easier to see what still needs to be addressed when you've addressed your nutritional deficiencies. Here's an example. So, let's say you have some sort of nutritional deficiencies. You take care of all of those. You're taking your multivitamin or whatever, and you take care of everything, and you still have some symptom that isn't quite fibro but isn't nutritionally related. It can help kind of put a spotlight on something else that might be going wrong. It's just like anything else. If you have a whole bunch of things going on, it's hard to know what's most critical. But if you take care of a lot of the baseline stuff, making sure all of your nutrition is up to par, and just kind of looking at things from as neutral a standpoint as possible, you can see if there's something else that needs to be addressed. And you can see it before you take a medication that might aggravate that situation, or that may not be particularly congruent with remedying that situation. So, another thing is, sometimes medicine can mask certain issues. So, if you start off as healthy and as nourished as possible, it'll expose any issues that need to be worked on outside of nutrition, of course. It also can help improve or eliminate comorbid symptoms to address your nutritional deficiencies. If you have something else going on alongside fibro, which is very, very common, taking care to address your nutrition can do wonders for making sure that you are um, I lost my thought. Must be fibro fog. Um, it can do wonders for ensuring that you are giving all of your conditions the best materials to resolve themselves. So if you have some other stuff going on, making sure all of your can't talk nutritional bases are covered can do wonders for making sure that you are as well nourished, setting up a good trajectory for you being pain free. So that's one more thing. Let's see. Did I go through everything? I think I did. There were 5 reasons. Nutritional deficiencies can amplify symptoms. Um, Taking care of those deficiencies can give you better baseline data for prescription recommendations. Let's see, it provides the best environment for the medications to work. It makes it easier to spot any other issues that may be going on, and it can improve and eliminate comorbid symptoms that may be happening. So, 5 reasons why nutrition should be a priority before getting onto some sort of prescription medication. It can work wonders, because what you may find is that if you have fibromyalgia, you might be prescribed several different medications. And what you may find is that addressing your nutrition well can reduce or eliminate the need for certain medications. It just depends on you and your unique situation. So, talking about nutrition, quickly, what do I recommend, right? So this is coming from an herbalist standpoint and just from somebody who's been doing their own stuff for years about this. Of course, a multivitamin. Getting the highest quality multivitamins you can get is imperative. If you're a woman, even if you're beyond childbearing years, consider taking a prenatal. They tend to be pretty comprehensive. The best prenatal that you can get, of course, the best multivitamin that you can get. Get something that your body uses well. So, liquid multivitamins tend to be really great for absorption purposes, but capsules tend to be more accessibly priced. So, just consider that. So, definitely a multivitamin. And of course, eating a great diet, that goes without saying. Eating a wide variety of healthy foods can do wonders for ensuring that you meet your nutritional requirements. However, if you're someone who's still concerned about catching some of those nutritional deficiencies, and perhaps you're concerned that, hey, I don't perhaps have the money for a liquid vitamin, but I'm taking a multivitamin pill, I'm still not sure if I'm getting the best that I can get, never fear. There are some herbs you can take. Nettle, chickweed, red raspberry leaf. Those are the three I've worked with. They are nutritive herbs. You can make basically like an overnight tea with them. You boil water. While the water is boiling, you pour it over the herb, usually like a half ounce of the herb. You pour it over in like a mason jar and you let it sit overnight. I prefer to let it sit for at least 24 hours before consuming. You strain the herbs out, you drink it. This stuff does not taste amazing. I'm not a fan of nettle as far as flavor. I just drink nettle because it's great for you. These herbs have been researched heavily. You can see the vitamin profiles and the mineral profiles on them by looking up scholarly research. If you want some of that, I can give you some because I've absolutely read quite a few of those articles, especially about nettle. I did my deepest dive into that, but I've looked up chickweed and I've looked up red raspberry leaf as well. If those are not your thing, there are several other nutritive herbs that you can consider looking into. Spirulina, kelp, and what's the other one? Blessed thistle. Those were the three. I jotted them down and didn't have them nearby. But definitely those three are also good. Spirulina and kelp are very easy to find. You know, you can get it from Whole Foods. You can get it from probably even Trader Joe. You can get it from a grocery store. At least spirulina powder you can usually find in those places. And certainly kelp is easier and easier to find. Seaweeds, sea minerals or sea vegetables tend to be really good for this. And those are all types of nutritives that you can work with to help fill nutritional gaps. I know I feel my best when I'm drinking my nettle every day. It is, like I said, it's not my favorite thing, but that's because you don't sweeten it. You drink it savory. So treat it kind of like a vegetable broth. That helps. Um, but yes, take care of your nutrition, address those issues that or those gaps in your diet that may exist before you get on medication, because medication can't cure nutritional issues. Medication can mask them, it can exaggerate them, or it can be neutral. That's always ideal, that the medication doesn't make things better or worse, but each body is different. So, what doesn't aggravate a deficiency issue in me might be just the worst for someone else. Make sure that you fill those nutritional deficiencies, eat well, take as good care of yourself as you possibly can before committing to any particular medication. And that way, like I said, you'll have a better baseline so that if things need to be adjusted, you know that it's not because of any nutritional issue or um, any dietary lack. It is something strictly related to your nervous system and how it interacts with that medication. So, I hope that wasn't too wordy. I hope it was clear too, because I feel that that is a really, it's a really simple thing that you can do, but it's very hard to keep sight of it when you're experiencing a lot of pain, which is why I recommend, of course, nutritive teas if you're someone who perhaps cooking a lot or eating a lot of a wide variety of foods isn't always the easiest. Definitely consider a nutritive tea to fill the gaps. I know that it's made a difference for me in the past, and I still use it and benefit from it. If you want more information on the teas that I mentioned or the herbs that I mentioned, you can, of course, go to my favorite book, The Woman's Herbal Apothecary by J.J. Purcell. Don't be discouraged if you're a man. Many of the herbs work for men as well. It's just that she also highlights herbs in this book related to menses. But there are other things in here that are very beneficial regardless of your biology. And let's see, that as well as I can do videos on some of this if it interests you and you want to know more. So that's it. Please take care of yourselves. Please enjoy your weekend. It's my favorite weekend of the year. New Year's is my favorite. So I'm going to have a great time. But I hope that you all do too. Please take care, and I will talk to you all on Monday. Bye bye.